think about it. Just do it. Leave with me, now.
Look, if I were ready for that, Clint, I would have taken you up on your invitation to join you at the ranch.
Wait a minute, listen to me. This isn't about sex. If you want to stay away from that, fine. It's just... I miss you, that's all.
Oh, that's not even humanly possible. We spend all day together every single day at the Banner, working side by side.
All the time we spend together there is always about the work. It's not about us. I thought I'd sort of accepted that, but the last few months, I just felt like something else was going on. All I'm asking for is a couple of hours with you, alone. I mean, just the two of us, just to be us. Not co-workers or parents or exes or anything else. Just Clint and Vicky.
Well, where would we go?
Wherever you want.
I mean, we can't go to Landfair because Jessie's there, and if she saw us together, she'd get her hopes up.
How about a quiet drink at the Palace?
Oh, right. Right, and have Renee wondering what we're up to.
Well, you mean like taking in the scene at Club Indigo?
Well, that's completely different. We came here for the music. But, I mean, if we went someplace that was the intimate...
So my condo's out.
Yes, absolutely.
So I guess there's no place we can go. Not in the town limits, anyway.
Oh, don't even suggest a motel.
Vicky, it never entered my mind.
Yeah,
never
right.
entered my mind. But I could make a suggestion. I think I know the perfect place for us to be alone.
Well, don't get up.
Wish I could. I am high as a kite. Did you speak to Dr. Woltl?
Yeah, he said if you're okay in the morning and you promise not to overdo it, like that's gonna happen, he said you can go home tomorrow morning.
Great. How's Star?
She's right where she ought to be. She's sleeping in her own bed. You know, if I'd known the best way to get permanent custody was to have you go out of a second-story window, I would have asked months ago for you to do that.
I'll take that as a thank you.
I'm just glad I don't have to worry about losing my little girl anymore.
I mean, we don't have to worry. Because, you got what you wanted, and, I kept up my end of the bargain, right? You married me to show the court that Star would have a stable home. You paid me good money to be your wife and a mother to Star. Well, it worked, so I guess we can think about, calling it quits. Since you don't really need me anymore.
Yes, hello. Could you, I'm trying to reach a patient of yours, Taya Delgado. Could you connect me to her room? No, I don't know the room number. Thanks. Yes, could you connect me to Taya Delgado's room, please? Oh, visiting hours are over. That means you can't put the phone call through? Okay, well, could you tell me if her husband, Mr. Manning, is there? Excellent. No message, please. I will try him at home later. Thank you.
Finishing up what you started? Is that what you're planning to do? Kill Taya? Tell Dorian you're home? I'm sure she'd like to know. When you vanished after the hearing, she was worried sick. So was Cassie. Until Max thought to call. But I'm sure you don't care about them. Or anyone except yourself. I know you think it's all my fault that you lost your custody battle. But Blair, the judge ordered me to testify. I was under oath. And the truth is simple and ugly. You lost your daughter all by yourself. And it's getting scary, Blair, how out of control you are. But I guess I got off kind of lucky. I don't know, you hit me in the face in the courtroom. But you did something worse, didn't you? You threw somebody out the window. Thank God Taya survived. What if she hadn't? You need professional help, Blair. You need it bad. Or I'll tell you what, you were going to end up in jail. Or someplace worse. Because that could happen. That could happen if you have another fit. And you mess somebody up really bad. And some jury finds you not guilty on the grounds that you're insane. Is that where you want to end up? In a mental hospital like your mother? Like mine?
You know what, Kelly? You are lucky that you aren't in prison for manslaughter. You know that? You killed my unborn baby, and then you testified, and I lost my other little girl forever. Okay? Don't talk to me about out of control, all right? So why don't you just look? Look in the mirror. See how out of control you are, Kelly. We have made our mistakes in our life. We have discussed that. But you and I are blood. No, Kelly. No, honey. You and I are nothing.
That's fine. If you want to cut me off, that's fine. But let's get something straight. Don't you ever touch me. Don't you even think about it. Is that clear?
I'm gonna go out. Okay? You tell Aunt Dorian that I'm fine.
We had a deal, okay? And there's no way you're gonna get out of it. You and I are supposed to stay married for a year, and after that, if you want to call it quits, we can negotiate. In the meantime, Star needs a new mommy, and that's you.
It's just that I thought you might be having regrets
Why?
about what you did.
What for?
It's clear that you still have feelings for Blair. But you destroyed her anyway.
And that's supposed to bother me. Well, you know, it might if I had a conscience.
Most people would buy that, my friend. I don't.
What, I am supposed to be all torn up because of something that happened that wasn't my fault?
You're right. I did the dirty work. Got Blair so worked up, she didn't know what she was doing.
Well, you took the fall for this already. And I mean literally, like head first.
Todd, I'm serious.
So am I. Look, whatever happened to Blair, she brought it on herself.
Where are you going?
I gotta get out of here before Nurse Ratched has me arrested.
Thanks for coming, Todd.
Yeah. Well, come spring you in the morning.
Give up?
I guess I have to. I can't think of a single place. Unless you mean the office. I mean, we could pretend to be working.
I don't want to pretend at all. How about your mountain cabin?
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, it's a beautiful drive, and it's not that far away. We used to have wonderful times up there. Now, what better place to go to, you know, to kick back and enjoy each other's company and just be the two of us for a couple hours.
It's a really good idea.
This is Mike. That's it, man. I'm out of here.
Why did you stop? You were right in the pocket.
That's what I thought.
So what happened?
Somebody told them they were artists, so now we have differences.
You know something? It doth appear the music is over.
Well, then, what do you say, baby? You want to blow this joint?
Crazy, man, crazy.
Well, you fine folks leaving already.
It appears the set is over, Daddy-o.
Daddy-o?
So, how was dinner?
Well, you know, I was never a whiz at math, but when did one cat become a quartet?
Secret obsessions, all my children.
You want to tell us what's going on? I mean, why is the piano player the only guy on stage?
Because the other three walked off?
They what?
In the middle of a set?
Why?
I don't know. And look, Tracy Mitchell's in shock. All he'd say was that it was artistic differences.
Are they crazy? Do these idiots ever want to work again?
Hey, look, forget about the future. What about now? That quartet was booked to play 2 sets. That means another crowd is coming in. Not to mention a pretty important music critic from Philly who's going to expect a whole lot more than some joker playing piano man. And where are you going?
Backstage. I want to hear what these people have to say.
What they'll have to say is adios. He can threaten them, but they won't come back. You know, I've seen this kind of mess before. A group unravels, and that's the end of it.
Well, I guess we've been lucky so far, huh? And the festivals seem to be going smoothly until, bam, we go and hit a wall. What are we gonna do? I mean, there's people just filling up the place.
Why don't you show them what you've got?
What are you talking about?
Not a blessed thing.
I mean, the lady Jakara's got a voice I'd pay good money to hear. In fact, I think she's better than a lot of the talent you've booked.
Really? Is it true? How do you know about all this?
Well, one morning I was in a gospel mood while I was cleaning up the bar, and Jakara chimed in. My jaw hit the floor. She was good.
Would you perform?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Well, for a lot of reasons, but mainly because I'm management. And a lot of the artists I have to deal with, they think I'm good at what I do. Now, if I cross over the line, if I said, oh, hey, I can do what you all do, they would resent it. And they'd have good reason to, because I would no longer be supporting them. I'd be competition.
Have you performed?
And recorded when I was starting out in the business.
The kick, isn't it?
Not like calling the shots backstage.
Aw, Jakara, come on. It's an emergency.
Look, well, then let's just hope RJ was able to make those fools see the light.
Forget it.
Well, what's the problem?
Oh, they're back there foaming at the mouth about roots and fusion and whether In a Silent Mood is anywhere near as good as Kind of Blue. Like you could compare them. But when I heard the phrase selling out, that's when I knew I didn't stand a chance. Okay. You all have a secret? You want to let me in on it?
Jakara and I have something to talk about.
Don't worry. Us girls have it covered.
Hello, Kelly.
Ian.
Is it all right if I come in?
Sure, come on. Sorry.
I was hoping to find you celebrating after the custody hearing.
Oh, not exactly. I was upstairs handling Dorian. She was frustrated with Cassie, and Cassie didn't need the grief, so she went home. As far as Blair, I don't know where she went. Probably to go cause more havoc. So, duck.
I was afraid that the judge would rule against Blair.
Yeah, that she did. Well, it gets worse than that. Todd's lawyer called me to testify. Yeah, and I begged the judge not to make me, but she insisted. So I had to say how it looked to me, that Blair was out of control that night.
But they must have called other witnesses.
No, just me. That's part of the problem. It was like, you know, that's all it took. The judge made up her mind pretty quickly. Basically, she said that Blair was a menace and awarded Todd full custody.
Oh, Blair must have been devastated.
She was devastated, all right, but she sure felt better when she slapped me in the face in front of everybody in the courtroom.
Yeah, but did she realize that you didn't have a choice? I mean, if they asked you to testify, you had to. The police commissioner made that very clear to all of us the other night.
The judge was right. Blair is irrational.
Aye, but honestly, I don't know if I would be. I mean, if I thought that I was losing someone that I loved the way that Blair loved Star.
No. Look, it's part of that. But Blair had a lot of trouble before all this happened. I know you think you understand her, but you do not. You have no idea how much there is under the surface. There is violence. It is coming out of so much anger. I have never seen anyone act the way she did with Taya Delgado. And Ian, I am terrified. I am afraid of her. And you ought to be, too. Blair has completely lost it.
Hello, Todd.
Blair? What are you doing here?
Waiting for you.
In a cold park late at night. Let me guess, you want to have a heart-to-heart?
Do you mind?
Trying to set me up? Got microphones in the bushes? You did that to me once, remember? You tried to trap me into saying on tape that you were a good mother, that...
I can't fight you anymore, Todd. You won, so you can drop the act and just tell me the truth. Because it's not going to change anything. Is this what you really want, to keep Star away from me forever?
What are you asking me what I want for? You're the one who started this. You chose to believe Patrick Thornhart's lies about me. You chose to get a divorce without even discussing it with me. And I wasn't the enemy then. I was letting you see Star, even when the judge said that I didn't have to. And what thanks do I get? Dorian drags me into court. And when that doesn't work, you flip out and push Taya out of a window. Has it even dawned on you how lucky you are that Taya didn't die? And that's what you wanted, all right? So don't go talking to me about what I wanted.
All right, I wish that I could tell you you're wrong. But I can't. Yeah, I did some very horrible things. I was desperate, Todd. I love Star so much. I mean, the idea of living my life without her...
You wouldn't have minded if that happened to me?
I was afraid.
And you panicked, and somebody got hurt, and that's what worries me, Blair, when you panic.
Wait, don't you finish that. Because you know that I would never, ever hurt Star. And you know that I have been a good mother to her, and you know that she loves me. Todd, what's going to happen to her? To her? If I suddenly disappear from her life, huh? She'll just get over it, right? That's what you'd say. If you were the man that everyone thinks that you are, cold, hard, uncaring. Maybe you've turned into that. I don't know. But you never were that way before. And you never were that way with me. There was a time, it was short. But I swear to you, I remember, you were willing to trust in something besides power and money. You trusted me, Todd. You let me give you hope. You let me give you faith. You even let yourself love me. That's the man that I'm trying to reach right now. That's the man that I let myself love.
Are you still there? I think you are. Please, Tom. Is this the way you really want it to be?
Hey, I just realized. There's part of your story that I don't understand.
Just one?
Well, you said that after the custody hearing, Dorian was angry at Cassie. I mean, what did Cassie do? She didn't testify against Blair.
No. Cassie is digging around in Kramer family history, stirring up old demons. And Dorian thinks that that's why our family's having trouble. Because what Cassie is doing is bringing back the family curse.
Oh, right. Yes, right. The one where all the Kramer women, sooner or later, go right over the edge. Yeah. Callie. I had hoped that I had convinced you that that was nonsense.
My mother, my aunt, Blair's mother, they're in institutions, Ian. I kind of believe in curses. I was 9 years old when they took my mother away. I thought if I visited her, that it would seep into me somehow, the insanity.
You know that it doesn't work that way.
Of course I do.
But you still think that it could happen?
Absolutely. So now I have one major problem. Mel and Cassie want me to get back in contact with my mother.
Why?
Something that Aunt Addie said. That Dorian hurt Melinda, my mother, when they were children.
What do you mean?
They don't know exactly. It's some sort of writing accident. But Addie is an unreliable source. And Dorian would like to keep this whole thing a deep, dark secret. So Mel and Cassie figured that their only chance is to start with my mother. If they want to find anything about the Kramer household, that's where all the trouble began.
All right. So, why not pay your mother a visit?
A visit? I don't even want to call my mother. I don't want even a link between us at all. Except, like I said before, I am linked already. I have the same genes. So do Blair and Dorian. Just look at them. Dorian is coming unglued, and Blair is shoving people through windows. It's kind of coming in like a foggy night.
What about Cassie? How has she survived the Kramer curse?
I don't know.
You see? Doesn't that prove it isn't simply genetic?
Maybe. I haven't even thought of it like that.
My guess is that Cassie is just as nervous as you about this secret that Dorian has been hiding. And yet she still wants to bring it into the light. Now, I know from painful experience that that is the way you deal with a curse.
So you do believe in them?
Yes. If what you call a curse is the way a lie eats away at the heart and soul of a family. I know you're afraid. And I understand. But it is always better to know the truth.
Nice to be back on the mountain.
I've always loved this cabin. Gonna love it a lot more when I get a fire going. It's cold in here.
Yes, well, I could have told you that before we got out of the car. I mean, it's been a very clear night. Lots of stars.
What are you doing?
I am looking for some wine. I thought there was some up here. Oh. There we go.
Find it?
Yeah, I don't know how good it is, but I expect it's drinkable.
Well, you do get wiser as you get older.
Ha ha ha. Prove it.
Well, you remember that first time we came up here?
Yeah? Oh, you forgot to open the damper.
Yes. And then I tried to cheer you up. I said, we can always have smoked fish just by rubbing them against the wall.
Yeah, I know. I think I hit you with the frying pan, didn't I? Thank you.
Well, I got better.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Well, here we are.
I can't quite believe we did this. I mean, just driving up here on a whim.
You sorry you came?
No, actually. No, not in the least.
I wasn't sure you'd want to come.
I have to tell you, I was a little surprised myself. But when you mentioned it, I was kind of curious as to whether it would feel like this.
Like what?
Like after all this time that we had finally gotten to this particular moment. And it's a special place.
Yes, it is.
Where we go from this, I have no idea.
Vicky, tonight is just about where we are now. And that's sharing a bottle of wine and a fire.
Can you hear the wind?
Yeah?
Clint?
Yeah? What?
Never mind.
No. What is it? You were going to ask me what I was thinking about, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that weekend that we got snowed in, remember?
Yeah. But why weren't the kids with us?
Well, because by then they, had lives, I think is the way they put it. So it was just you and me, kid.
I do remember the snowplows took forever to get here. And we didn't have any more wood for the fire.
It was so cold in here, you could see your breath inside the cabin.
We spent the whole time in bed, didn't we? Thank God for the quilts.
I was thinking, thank God for you.
Is this the way I want things? This is the way they are, so you better get used to them, all right? And this good Todd that you said was inside me, I don't believe that it ever existed. But if it did, it's gone. It bought the farm because you stomped it out of me, Blair.
How?
You made me hope.
What do you mean?
When Star was sick and we had to work together to try and save her life, I started wondering, what if it doesn't have to stop here? What if we can go back to the way things were? What if we can go back to you and me, alone, dancing in a ballroom full of stupid gold balloons, but you threw all of that away? You said there was some kind of decency in me? I don't think you ever believed that.
Oh, I did.
Then how come you turned on me like that when Patrick and Dorian said that I was dirt and it was their word against mine? And you had to make a decision. Well, you have made your choice.
Didn't you, Todd? Well, didn't you? When you decided that I had been unfaithful?
I saw you on the floor with another guy.
I thought that you were dead. I was lonely. But I never loved Patrick. And I've told you that 100 times. But you don't hear me. And that is the choice that you made, Todd. Maybe, maybe we can't go back to where we were before. But if we could, oh God, if we could, you know where I would want to be right now? In that ballroom with all those stupid gold balloons. All alone. With just you.
Well, do you have a time machine? Because I don't have a time machine. Blair, It is too late.
Are you still hanging around?
Hey, man, I'm really sorry about this. I thought we were in there, but the guys all wanted to go in another direction.
Oh, yeah. Like out the door. Meanwhile, people are already piling in for the second set.
Good. We've got it all covered.
Who's we? And where is Jakara?
RJ, why don't you just go up to the bar?
I'm going to be under the bar if you don't tell me what's going on.
How about I show you? Look, it's gonna be all right, okay? Promise.
If I wanted a solo pianist, I'd have hired Johnny Kane.
Don't worry about him. He's just a little uptight. Now, here's what I'm thinking of.
This looks good, but I don't have a lead sheet for this one.
Well, can you fake it?
Sure, why not?
Great.
Okay.
Why don't we get down to it?
You got it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Club Indigo, where you all thought you were going to listen to the wonderful jazz quartet of Tracy Mitchell. But jazz is all about improvisation. So Tracy said, I want a new sound, and a new sound is what you're going to get. So I want you all to sit tight, where Tracy Mitchell is going to be tickling the keys on his piano, and the silky vocals of Ms. Jakara Principal are going to tickle you. Jakara Principal.
On Good Morning America.
Tomorrow.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Ooh, at last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped in clover the night that I looked at you. I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I could call my own. I found a friend to rest my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. Oh, you smile, you smile, and then the spell was cast. Here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last.
What is it? What's happening?
Nothing.
Well, that's all right.
Oh, no, it's not all right. Clint.
Hmm?
You're really the only man that I would ever want to be with. I mean, right now. In this place, in this particular time. And I felt very warm and very safe and very protected.
What did I do that scared you?
Nothing. Nothing. You were very tender and very loving. It's just that everything inside me is just shut down.
Well, I'm sorry about that. But that's all right. The question is, are you all right?
Well, I'm not falling apart, if that's what you mean. I'm very strong and I'm very together. It's just that I feel nothing. I'm like numb. I guess that's why I've been putting you off all this time, because I had a feeling that if we ever got to this, I would be numb. But it doesn't make any sense. How could I feel numb? When I have this pain, this ache inside me. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Vicky, come here. Come here. Shh. Come on. What you're going to do is just stay right here. And I'm going to hold you. And I'm not going to let you go.
Stay tuned for